Alright guys, I hope that you guys are doing great today. So starting off, like I do in all of my get ready with me videos, I am prepping my skin with these radiance pads. They leave my skin so ready for makeup, and this is just a way for me to wipe off my morning skincare. And I like to prep my skin with these two products every time that I have been doing makeup lately. It gives my skin such a beautiful radiant look, and it combines very well with all of my foundations that I have used with it. Nothing has ever made it pill. Nothing has looked weird when I use this to prep my skin. So it's my all-time favorite lately. You want to make sure that you prep your skin, especially if you have dry skin, so that your foundations can layer nicely on top of the skincare. I'm also applying an eye cream so that my under eyes are hydrated, so that the concealer goes on nice and smooth. So it's very important to prep your skin. If you do not prep your skin, it could cause the makeup to look cakey, a little cracky. So you want everything to look smooth and to just melt into the skin. I'm also going to prep the lips using this Clarins lip oil. So far I am loving this lip oil. Definitely hydrated the lips, and I love the pink shade that it has. So we are all nice and prepped. Now we can move on to our eyes. So I am starting off with this new Refi brow tint, and this, I feel like maybe it was just not made for me. I think this is going to work much better on those of you who have way fuller brows, because I don't have too much brow hairs, and I feel like this didn't really do anything for me. It really does hold them in place really nicely, but other than that, I prefer my NYX one. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean that up with my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I'm just going to carve out the shape that I want my brows to have. And I personally was not a fan of today's brows, but you guys know how that has been going. Some days I love how they look, other days whatever technique I use just doesn't work for me. So I feel like this Refi product could be really good for those of you who have fuller brows, and if you have sparse brows, I would skip out on it. I am trying to fill in the brows with my NYX Lift and Snatch pen. The Refi brow gel made the pen look a little shiny, so my brows were just kind of like shiny looking all day. Now I'm going to go ahead and prep my eyes using the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eyeshadow and Concealer Primer. A lot of people don't enjoy this, but on my eyes, this really makes my eyeshadows really pop and last all day long. So I really enjoy that primer. For the eyes today, I am going to be using the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette. I'm going in with a nice transition brown shade. I'm putting that all over my crease area with a fluffy crease brush. This is a MAC 224 brush, and I love to use this as my first step. Now I am taking a much smaller crease brush, but still fluffy, so that we can blend the colors out, and I am using a deeper brown, and I'm moving that a little bit further down on the eye, keeping it right at the crease. And now I'm taking a deeper brown again with a smaller crease brush and focusing this on the outer lid and not really bringing it too far up. So after we have all of those eyeshadows blended to the way that we like it, there's no harsh edges, I am going to be taking this glitter, and look at this glitter, you guys. It is so beautiful. If you didn't get a chance to pick this palette up, you can create the same look with a glitter using the Fenty, I believe it's called a Diamond Veil Balm or something like that. I'm gonna put a picture of it on the screen, but it is beautiful, and you can achieve this same glittery look with that highlight. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean out the shape. I always like to clean upward just to bring my eyes up. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the One Size Beauty FANTASIZE mascara. Love this mascara. I don't really put too much mascara because I am going to use false lashes. This is Temu false lashes. Make sure you check out my Temu haul. I'm not sure if it's uploaded by the time that I put this look up, but so many goodies there. Now we're going to move on to our face. This is the Freck Beauty Rich Bitch Hydrating Primer. That is just weird to look at, I know. Super weird. I'm going to be returning this primer. It broke me out and I just didn't feel like my foundation laid nicely on top of it. It actually looked kind of textured and cakey, so that wasn't my favorite. Now I'm going to go in with the NARS Natural Radiant Long Wear Foundation, and I haven't used this foundation in a while, so I've just been shopping my stash, trying to use up the products that I do have in my collection. And look at the coverage on that foundation and the radiance. It just makes the skin look really nice, even though it could look even better because that face primer just does something to my makeup where it just ends up looking very cakey after a while. So yeah, it's not really my favorite. Here is the coverage, no foundation, and here is the side with foundation. Now we're going to be applying concealer. I'm using the Urban Decay Quickie Multi-Use Hydrating Full Coverage Concealer. And this concealer, you really do have to prep your under eyes really nicely because the coverage of it is so beautiful, but it is a little bit more on the dry side. So if you have dry skin and you don't prep your skin really nicely, it could look a little dry, but I do really like it. And the coverage is really nice and it doesn't really crease too much. So that's always a good thing. And I believe I'm using the shade 20NN in this concealer. Next up, I am going to do some contour with this KVD Beauty Gel Contour. I love this product. This is a product that people either love it or hate it. I think that it is amazing. It blends out so easy, it's thin, and it really does contour the face. You will see how my cheeks look more chiseled, and I just love it. It's very easy to work with. And I wanted to let you guys know, this is my favorite brush to blend out my contour with. I thought it was a Sigma brush, but it is not. It's actually a Morphe brush, and it is the E8 brush because I know that I had someone ask me. I'm going to try and find the comments so that I can reply. But yeah, I love this brush because it is small enough to keep that contour where you want it, but fluffy enough to blend it out perfectly. And I've been using it for so many years, probably like 5 years, 6 years, and the brush is still perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend the nose contour. And next up, I am going to set my concealer with the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte Instant Setting Blotting Powder. This is another one that I'm still a little on the iffy side with, just because it gets cakey under my eyes super fast. So you only have to use a tiny bit because it can look drying. Next up, I'm using the Gucci Eclat Soleil Luminous Bronzer. Look how bougie this bronzer is. I got it in the Sephora sale, and so far, I'm really liking it. It really bronzes up your skin. I underestimated it, and I grabbed a little bit too much with my brush, and you're gonna see there, whoa, that's a lot of bronzer. So for next time, I will definitely be way more light-handed with this bronzer. I was just like noticing like, oh crap, I need to blend this out as good as I can, but it is very buttery, smooth, and beautiful. So I really do like the formula. I just kind of went a little ham on the application there, but there you go. It definitely bronzed up the skin. I'm still trying to blend it out as much as I can. Next up, we're going to be adding Charlotte Tilbury Dream Pop Matte Beauty Blush in the shade Dream Pop. This is like a reddish tone, and it's very easy to blend. It does end up looking a little pink on my skin, a little like sunburnt. I like it, but I made the mistake of applying bronzer. Next time, I'm just going to apply the cream blush first. I just forgot and did my powder bronzer, but it was still very easy to blend out. Now I'm going to go ahead and set underneath the eyes, bake a little bit with this Laura Mercier Tone Up setting powder. It's a pink shade, really brightened up under my eyes, and it also kind of lightened up the Charlotte Tilbury blush as well. I'm also going to carve out underneath my contour just to make that pop even more. Now I am adding some eyeliner. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Inline Eyeliner Pencil. It's a brown pencil. And next I'm going to go ahead and add Haus Labs Color Fuse Blush in Watermelon Bliss. This blush is pigmented. Look at that. and you only need just one little dab of it. It's a little bit hard for me to work with at the moment, but my makeup was giving me a little bit of a hard time this day because of the primer that I used. So I think that I can make it look much better next time that I wear it. I feel like it was a little patchy this time, and it's so pigmented. It's an intense blush. So if you prefer a blush that's on the super natural side, I would skip out on this one, or you have to use a super duper light hand. But the shade is beautiful. I'm definitely gonna work better with it next time, because this makeup this time, you guys compliment me so much and I appreciate it, but there are days where I just still struggle. We all struggle. No matter how long we've been doing makeup for, there's days where your eyeliner is gonna be crazy and things are just not gonna come out the way you want them to. Now I'm using this new Patrick Ta nose contour brush. I love it. It is great. My mom gave me an iconic London contour brush, and that one is good too for the nose. So either one of those two brushes is really good for nose contour, and they both have a side to blend out the contour. Next up, I am going to use this Makeup Forever Twist and Light Luminous Finishing Powder. If you do not like luminous powders with a little bit of glitter, stay away from this one, but it did give my skin a very radiant look. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist just to bring back some life to my skin, because I did use a lot of powders, and this is the way to just melt all of those powders together and give your skin a more natural radiance to it. I'm going to be applying MAC Giga Black Lash Mascara to the lower lash line. This mascara is the best. It does not flake or run. And now for the lips, I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario lip pencil in the shade Travis. Beautiful shade. I love it so much. It's a very nice brown lip liner. And this lip liner brings a little brush on one side, so it makes it very easy to just feather out your liner and keep it looking soft and not so harsh. So you will see me using that side of it in a second. It's a very nice concept. I really love it. The formula is really nice and creamy as well. And I am going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Hyaluronic Happy Kiss Lipstick Balm in the shade Pillow Talk, just because I wanted more of a natural lip this day. My lips were just chapped. I was sick. I was just not feeling well. But this completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Give this video a big thumbs up. Let's go ahead and let's jam together now to the jams of the day.
Had been